everyone. I'm going to be starting on the blank pages in the Sterling Ink Complete Common Planner for 2026. As we went through in the last video, I had decorated my December 2025 spread with some transfer stickers, and this is what I'm using for remembering which cards we receive, Christmas cards, and the ones that we send out during this month before the new year officially starts. The planner has many blank pages throughout. The first set after this December spread appear immediately afterwards, and then after this set of blank grid pages, it starts the 29th of December in the first week of January, starting on the Thursday in 2026. So these are the weekly vertical pages for 2026. So I've got a few ideas about different things that I'm going to use the blank pages for. I'm not going to stick to a formula or a prescribed consistent routine. I want to be able to change it up. I thought I would go through each one individually as separate videos as I do them organically, because I find it overwhelming to see so many ideas in one place, and there are a lot of good videos that do that for different ideas, but I just thought I would do this as I plan to do it, and then, you know, the next time something comes around, I'll set that up as a video in the same series. So the first idea I had for my planner blank is recipes, and specifically we just had Thanksgiving here in the United States, and so I was going to write out the salt encrusted roast chicken recipe that we used. We didn't do turkey because we've got a young family and very, very simple palettes. So, and it was a small gathering, and I remember my daughter's first Thanksgiving, my husband noted that the turkeys weighed more than the child. So, yeah, we have a tradition of doing chicken, still with the stuffing and the other accompaniments, but we tried a salt encrusted this year, and so I'm gonna go ahead and set that up in my memory keeper. This whole planner will be a memory keeper, and so normally I do use my recipes in index form, but this one is going to be just for preserving a memory as well as maybe something practical. The recipe was actually taken from, your Aussies will probably recognize Colin Fastnage, his recipe book, and the Common Sense Cook. And you can see I've scrolled all over it, but this is basically what we'll be writing out, and mine didn't come out quite as nice, but it was still impressive. So, and then I'm going to move this out of the way. I do want to ink up my TWSBI. There's two. I did want to ink up my TWSBI, which has been cleaned out after its last use earlier in the year, and I'm going to be using the Platinum Carbon Black ink, which is a pigmented permanent, it's a permanent ink, so I like using those in memory keepers just in case water gets on them or anything that would damage it, but you do have to be particular about cleaning your pen and about which pens you use them in. You would not want to do it in any precious pens, and I have my little trusty ink stained cloth that I use to clean up my nibs. So actually what I tend to do is I do the whole thing. I'm just very clumsy, so I try to get this flat. And TWSBIs have a good seal, and so this ink is known to dry out. I actually don't really care for black ink often. This is the Piston that I'm turning, so it's clockwise to draw up. You dip the nib, I'm dipping the nib into the ink. You don't want to jam it down and ruin the nib, and I'm only getting the slightest amount because yeah, so this, you'll see here, this is a small amount of black ink that you can see in the barrel. I really don't have much use for black ink personally, and so the other thing I always do is, before I even wipe down the nib, basically I am trying to cap this, so I use one hand to wipe off the top of the ink bottle, just because I feel it helps with avoiding crusties, and then I try to at least cap that loosely, move it aside out of the way before I do something, because usually this step is where I would knock over the bottle that's open. So that's why I do that. And this is a rose gold edition of the TWSBI, so it's slightly more expensive than the normal version. Because the book has, it's the start of the year and there's not equal distance, I don't really like flipping the books when they're hardcover. I don't really know how that works. So I'm gonna just lean on here. This is my Kaweco Sport in the black and gold, and it is a piston fill, and I still have, it seems to have lasted forever. This is deAtramentis, I'm trying to see the piston, but it's kind of hard to see, Document Violet, so it's also a pigment ink, and I'm going to use that for the body of the recipe. So here's the final recipe, and that's taken up the one blank page. I've got little notes that I would have included. The deAtramentis hasn't bled through that I can see. It is a deAtramentis document inks there are some that really don't do well on any paper that I've found, but this ghosting is always there. And then just while I'm at it, I was going to talk a little bit more about recipes. You know, it's on the same theme as paper. So I got this on a Black Friday sale a couple of years ago. This is from the Rifle Paper Company. It's a little recipe tin, but I hadn't put it to good use really until this year when I picked up the this beautiful set of family favorites from Floral Mercantile. This company is Ben and Erin Napier from Hometown, the HGTV series. They have this store in Mississippi and in Laurel, Mississippi, and they sell various beautiful items. They always seem to have great Black Friday sales and throughout the year actually. And so they have little cards that are already prepared. There are some good ones that I'm looking forward to using. The dividers came with the tin from Rifle Company, so it was kind of nice because I think a 20 pack wouldn't be that easy to sort through, so it's kind of nice to have put them into order. The only divider that I think there was one that was strange to me. I don't have that many egg recipes, maybe some people do, so I'd kind of switch them to I think they don't have, oh no, they have seafood. I'm not sure what my system was there. So the actual set, I think I bought these separate as well from Rifle Paper because I like the idea of putting in my typewriter, feeding them through the typewriter, and being able to write out ingredients. These are so pretty, and then the directions, and I thought that they kind of matched the theme on the, well, they do. They're literally a match, but they were purchased separately through a Rifle Paper company. And I have not used these yet. They're so pretty, but with typewriter and especially a recipe on lines, that's the little part that's tricky. This is what came with the tin. This set also haven't used it. I like this little line from the kitchen of, and I think that would be, any of these would be really sweet to give to people when they have something and want the recipe as well. I had ordered some more items. This is what I was using. Just some index cards, and then I just put them through this little hook. But it's so handy when you're cooking to just have this. I would not be taking this anywhere near my cooktop, so having this for real practical use on cards is really nice. And they sent the cutest little Christmas card, and the other standard stuff that they send. So it's so nice having this gusseted pocket. So I know it's a company, but I feel like this is... you know, I'm actually planning to write to Erin this year and send her a Christmas card at her store. I'll keep you posted, but yeah, I love watching their show and hearing, you know, reading her books, and they're just really positive people. Yeah, they have this store. The Scotsman is their wood. I had purchased some wood products for gifts, and then this is stuff that usually comes with them, but this is Erin and Ben, and then their friends that run this store, they also feature on the show often. Okay, so let's see. So I was actually going to write in this one. I know it was with an order, but I just want to write in my little December spread. So I am going to do that. Let me get this out of the way. I'm going to write that in just as my first Christmas card, since I'm going to write back to her. I must be the lamest person ever, but she does make a difference in, and I've been purchasing for a while, and we just seem to have a lot of things in life that are happening at the same time. I don't think I'm going to write with a really large pen. I think I'll use this. This is my Pilot Prera, and it's a cursive medium. It's a demonstrator, and I have Octopus Fluids Buffalo. That's what this one is, Petrol Buffalo. So I'm going to just write in here. Today is the 4th, and that's when I received, was it today that we received the package? Let me see, it was yesterday. So I'm going to write it as if it was Erin and Ben. There we are. So, yeah, it's going to look good. Did I put something in the mail? No, not yet. I did put some early Christmas cards in the mail, but it was November. I might go back and add them in. And then the final little follow-up is this guy. I did end up finding my little A5 notebook fits really nicely. This is a Coach holiday cover with a closure. This all does up really nicely. And so this one does fit, and I had been looking for a use for it because it's not the old Tomoe river paper as far as I can tell. Just based on looking at what's available currently, it seems to be the same, where it says, I'm not pronouncing this right, I'm sure, but Sakae and yeah, Tomoe paper. I think that the whole way that this is branded is exactly as it is right now, whereas there was, I think, very similar appearance to this book that was the original paper. I have to say, it must be psychological, but the paper feels very, very smooth. So I know that different batches can feel different, and different manufacturers seem to all have, Tomoe river paper, but it can feel different. And then I have just kind of been writing down parts of my Christmas. I'm planning to keep that as a Christmas book, so it won't be just for this year. And it was one that was like kind of special, so I wanted to put it to use that wouldn't be just every day. So thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. Looking forward to continuing on in the blank pages. I already have an idea for this page here, and so as I get to that, I'll continue on in the series. Thanks everyone. Take care. Bye.